Not 10 o'clock yet.
Not yet, but we can get started. It's 10
Yay!
right away, so hello.
Welcome everyone to our nightly word of encouragement.
Our daily word of encouragement. Yeah, nightly, but some people join us daily or in the morning. So welcome. It's Monday. Happy Memorial Day. I hope that everybody got a chance to just reflect, share, spend some time with their family, and I hope it was a good day of rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was for us. Yeah.
It was. So how are you all? How are you? How are we?
Good.
How are we?
Very good, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna get started right away and turn the question or show the question, and it is, what is God's purpose for weakness? Tonight we want to spend some time talking about God giving us second chances, a second wind, if you want to say, and just lifting us up again. And the question that we thought would be very, good for our discussion was, what is God's purpose for weakness? So the question is up here, and if you want to comment in the comments, we would love to just share and talk about it with you. So.
Yeah. I guess the thinking behind the question is, because the title of our live stream today is Renewed Strength. So we're talking about how God gives us strength, not just one time, but as often as we need it. But He doesn't just give us, strength all the time, like uninterrupted, like the steady stream of strength that keeps us, high and keeps us energized 24 hours a day. That's not how it is. So He allows weakness into our lives. He allows us to dip and to go through times of no energy and just being tired and weary. And there must be a purpose behind that. So that's the question. What is God's purpose for weakness or weariness, or just allowing us to, go through times of struggle?
What are your thoughts?
Well, I don't want to jump too ahead because I'm going to talk about it. I think there is a good purpose for it.
Yeah.
And I think it's relational, but I'm going to save it until we get into the scripture.
I mean, the obvious answer that I can think of right now is that it's an opportunity for us to humble ourselves, to know that we are really nothing without God, that we truly need that full dependence on Him. And it's just, I don't know, it's just like, so we have a little gazebo outside, and we have a bird nest, and the birds just recently hatched, and it's very busy out there. The mama is always out there getting food for the birds, and I believe there are two baby birds, right? Chicks.
Looks like two, yeah.
Two, yeah. And they always have their mouths open to receive food from their mom. And it's amazing. I did not know that. I never paid attention to a bird's nest before. And when the mom's away, the two birds always have their mouths open. And it's like, aren't you tired? But their mouths are always open, waiting for their mom to come and drop off food. So I guess it's a good realization, knowing that we are insufficient without our God, without God feeding us, giving us what we need. So I think in our times of weakness, I always feel like, oh man, all this time when I thought I was strong and I can do this on my own, that was not true. So it's a good time of realization and just coming back to a sense of humility, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's me. But we don't have any answers yet, so
Okay,
maybe we can just go straight into the word.
We'll go into the word then. So we're going to read from Isaiah chapter 40, verses 28 to maybe 30 or 31. So this is the end of Isaiah chapter 40, and it says, "Have you not known? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He does not grow faint or weary. His understanding is unsearchable. He gives power to the faint, and to him who has no might he increases strength. Even youths shall faint and be weary, and young men shall fall exhausted. But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint.
Amen.
Amen. And so the word here is that God gives strength to those who are weary, to those who are faint, which means there are times when we are weary, when we are faint. And it says in verse 30 that even youths, even young people shall grow faint and be weary. And I know that if you know any young people or you have children at home, sometimes it seems like they never get weary. Sometimes they're like Energizer bunnies, and they're constantly just running around, so full of energy. But even young people do get weary at times. And so how much more for those of us who are older? And so God gives strength in those times. When we feel like we are just out of gas and we're running on fumes, that's when God gives us strength. And it's kind of amazing. So I remember one of my pastors from a long time ago, I think I was in college maybe, preached on this passage. And he said, what's better? Is it better to kind of be like a Superman where, you have so much strength and so much power that you can do everything effortlessly? You don't even have to try. Or is it better to be someone who struggles, but through the struggle, you're always able to overcome? And at first, I think most people would say, oh, it's better to be Superman.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to be ultra strong and do everything without effort. But you know what? When you think about it, if you're living like that over a long period of time, life becomes pretty boring and pretty pointless.
Yeah.
When there's no struggle, when nothing takes any effort, there's really no point to life. And I think God was wise to design life in a way that struggle is necessary. And when you struggle, but you're always able to overcome, right? Somehow you always have just enough strength to overcome the next challenge, and then the next challenge, and the next challenge. That's actually a much more fulfilling life. And that's what, that is what God is promising for us here. That yes, life will be difficult. Yes, we will struggle, but He will always give us enough strength to overcome. So I think that's a wonderful promise. Excuse me, Mike. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It certainly is. And I think I was just thinking as you're explaining that I can't help thinking about our child. And I think it's in those moments, because he can be very independent even though he's 2, and he does these things on his own, and he's really into puzzles these days, and he solves puzzles all by himself. But it's really in those moments when he gets hurt and when he cries for mommy or daddy, it's when I really feel like he's experiencing that love from his parents all over again. Because when he's on his own, he's just in love with himself, or he's in love with the toys that he has. But then when he's in his weakness, he is able to experience love. And I think God, in His perfect mind, designed us so that we would reach out to Him in our weakness and experience love with Him, that relationship with Him all over again, just like the birds that I talked about. I believe that it's when the mommy puts the food in their mouth, they're like, this is why I'm created. This is, the love that I'm supposed to receive, I'm getting it right now. So I think that God is, it is so much better for us to go through weakness, overcome it, and experience the strength that God gives us and thank Him for it. Rather than just that boring, same life, winning all the time. It's really not fun to win all the time. I don't know, but I just think that to be Superman, it wouldn't be so fun to win all the time and never depend on anything else. So.
Yeah, I mean, imagine playing a game where you just can't lose. No matter how hard you try, you can never lose, right? Or you're playing a video game where, you can never die, right? It's not fun. There's no challenge in it, right? The challenge is in the danger and in the vulnerability, right? Before I had my cough attack, there was one point I was going to say. And for me, the most important point is, you will come to a place where you just feel like you can't go on anymore. And that's when we need faith. When we need faith to believe that when we come to, we feel like our gas tank is empty, we have to believe that God will give us the strength to keep going. That takes a lot of faith. And I think that's the reason why God works like that, because He wants us to be people of faith. and He wants us to trust in Him, and He wants us to depend on Him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, even though the word faith is not mentioned in the passage, I think it's very much at the heart of what Isaiah is talking about here.
Amen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Faith is key, and He wants us, our faith, to increase, not decrease, as we get older, as we grow more mature. So the song that we're going to sing tonight is "You Are My All in All." I remember, I know you like this song a lot. I love this song. I remember I first heard this song when I was like in 7th grade, when I first went to youth group. And I was like, dang, the words are so good. And I remember I printed everything out. I put it next to my makeup table. I know, in 7th grade I had a makeup table. That doesn't surprise anybody, right? I had it right next to me so I can look at it every day. And it was such a sweet reminder that He is my strength when I am weak. He picks me up when I am down. So with that memory, with that mindset, let's sing this song. Let's worship Him, knowing that He is our strength.
Could you get the question?
Yes.
Yeah. So I will try my best to get through the song without coughing.
I got you. I am your strength and you are weak.
Yes, you are. All right, let's sing. You are my strength when I am weak. You are the treasure that I seek. You are my all in all. Seeking you as a precious jewel, Lord, to give up, I'd be a fool. You are my Jesus, you're the Lamb of God. Worthy is your name. Amen. Yeah, so when you're feeling dry, may you turn to the Lord and may He give you strength that just overflows once again. When you fall down, may He pick you up. And when you become weary, may He give you renewed strength. And that's really how He wants us to live, just depending on Him and putting our faith in Him every single day.
Amen.
Yeah.
Just, Lord, to give up, I'd be a fool.
Yeah.
Lord, to
Yeah.
give up, I'd be a fool.
Don't give up because He is our prize.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I am so thankful for that reminder, right?
Mhm.
He is our jewel, He's our prize. So,
Amen. Okay. Well, it was good to be with you again, and have a blessed night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, good night. We'll see ya.
Good night, everyone.